Welcome back to Conservative Direct. We all know cities lean liberal, that's not exactly breaking news, but today, we're diving into the deep end of the progressive pool to look at the most liberal cities in America. These are the places where left-wing policies have hit full speed, and the results, well, let's just say they're not great. And here's the kicker, they're not all in blue states. Some of these will absolutely shock you. Let's get into it. Kicking off the list at number 15 is Seattle, Washington, where they banned plastic straws and bags but forgot to do anything about the skyrocketing crime and disorder. Historically a Democrat stronghold, Seattle votes blue almost exclusively, with over 90% supporting Biden in 2020. Oh, and don't forget the infamous Chaz Chop Zone in 2020, an autonomous zone with no laws, no police, and a whole lot of chaos. Way to go, Seattle. Next up, Madison, Wisconsin, a blue oasis in a red state. Madison is home to the University of Wisconsin, so you know it's bursting with progressive energy. They recently passed a law requiring inclusive language in government documents. No more he or she, just they. Meanwhile, the city's property crime rate is 42% higher than the national average, and a whopping 87% higher than the state average. But hey, at least they're progressive about pronouns, right? At number 13, Portland, Oregon. Oh, Portland, where do we even begin? This city practically invented progressive chaos. They've got open drug use, record-breaking homelessness, and they defunded the police before realizing, oh wait, we actually need them. In the 2020 election, over 80% of Portlanders voted for Biden. Fun fact, Portland also declared itself a sanctuary city for abortion? Yes, really. Coming in at number 12, Burlington, Vermont. Burlington, Vermont is Bernie Sanders' hometown, so you already know what's up. This small city consistently votes blue and recently banned energy-efficient gas stoves because reasons. Their solution? Everyone go electric because that's so much cheaper, right? And if you've already got a gas stove, don't worry, you can still use it, if you pay a hefty tax. Meanwhile, 90% of restaurants use gas stoves, and they wonder why restaurants are closing everywhere. Number 11 is Austin, Texas. Surprise! A liberal city in Texas? Yep, Austin makes the cut. This is the land of keep Austin weird. But what's really weird is their crime stats, with property crime soaring since 2019. The city council spent millions trying to rename streets they deemed problematic, instead of addressing homelessness. And yes, they're working hard to turn Texas blue one progressive policy at a time. Good luck, Austin. Texas is still as red as they get. Kicking off the top 10 cities in our list, we have San Francisco, California. San Francisco, the land of tech billionaires and progressive insanity. This city loves to ban things. Plastic bottles, fur, even e-cigarettes. But you know what's not banned? Shoplifting. Thanks to Prop 47, theft under $950 is basically a free-for-all. Crime? Out of control. And with over 85% voting blue, it's clear San Francisco loves the chaos. Up next we have Cambridge, Massachusetts. Cambridge, aka Mini Berkeley, is home to Harvard and MIT, so you know the progressive elites are in charge. The city recently banned fossil fuels in new construction projects. Meanwhile, housing prices are astronomical, and good luck finding a parking spot that doesn't cost a small fortune. At least you can feel morally superior while paying $3,000 for a studio apartment. Number 8, Denver, Colorado. Denver is next, where the city council just approved safe injection sites for drug users. That's right, your tax dollars at work. Denver consistently votes over 70% Democrat in national elections. Crime? Up significantly since 2020, but hey, at least you can smoke pot legally while you get mugged. Coming in at number 7, Berkeley, California. No surprise here, Berkeley banned natural gas in new buildings, and the city council debated whether to remove traffic enforcement entirely because it's racist. Voting trends? Over 90% blue. Fun fact. Berkeley recently outlawed gender-specific words like manhole. It's now a maintenance hole. Because that's what really matters, right? At number 6, Minneapolis, Minnesota. Minneapolis made headlines for defunding the police after George Floyd's death. Then crime skyrocketed, and they quietly refunded the department. In 2024, over 80% of Minneapolis voters went for Kamala Harris. Meanwhile, the murder rate continues to rise, but at least the city is investing in equity initiatives to solve something. Number 5, Santa Monica, California. Santa Monica is basically San Francisco's little cousin. It's full of boutique liberalism. Think electric scooters and yoga studios on every corner. But behind the sunshine and smoothies is a city with rising violent crime and rampant homelessness. Fun fact, Santa Monica banned fast food restaurants from opening on certain streets to preserve their aesthetic priorities, right? Number 4, New York City, New York. The Big Apple is a bastion of liberal policies. From decriminalizing public urination to allowing non-citizens to vote in local elections, New York is always pushing the progressive envelope. Over 85% of NYC voted for Biden in 2020, but residents are fleeing in droves thanks to high taxes and skyrocketing crime. Turns out, progressive isn't cheap or safe. Coming in at number 3, Chicago, Illinois. Chicago, the city that spends millions on diversity consultants while violent crime spirals out of control. Chicago consistently votes over 80% blue, and its leadership seems more focused on virtue signaling than actual governance. Fun fact: the city recently proposed banning gas leaf blowers to fight climate change. Priorities. In the number 2 spot, we have Los Angeles, California. LA is where progressive dreams go to die. The city has declared a homeless emergency, but their solutions involve taxing the middle class into oblivion while letting homeless encampments take over entire neighborhoods. Crime, one of the most dangerous cities in America. And while LA was busy banning plastic straws, they were utterly failing to prepare the city for rising wildfire danger, with disastrous consequences. We mock the failures of the left, but the human cost of their poor leadership is no laughing matter. And the number 1 most liberal city in America? Washington, D.C., the swamp itself. Over 90% of D.C. voters voted for Democrats in the past several elections, and the city's policies reflect it. D.C. recently reduced penalties for violent crimes, and their public schools spend more per student than almost anywhere else, while delivering some of the worst results. If you're looking for peak liberal dysfunction, D.C. is the place to be. So, what do all these cities have in common? A lot of them are home to major universities, a thriving activist scene, or both. Many are also dealing with rising crime, out-of-control homelessness, and a knack for passing laws that prioritize symbolism over solutions. Shocker, right? What do you think? Which city do you think is the most liberal? Did we miss one? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell for more unapologetically conservative takes from Conservative Direct. Stay informed, stay strong, and stay conservative.